What if Keira accepted Arcadias' offer to join him on Cygnus X1? This single decision could have shattered the galaxy as we know it, reshaping the very fabric of the Force. To understand the gravity of this choice, we must first revisit the moment it all happened. On the desolate moon of Cygnus X1, a confrontation for the ages took place. Keira, a formidable warrior wielding her twin green laser swords, stood against Arcadia, a fallen Jedi whose crimson blade burned with a fiery purpose. Arcadia, disillusioned by what he saw as the hypocrisy of both the Jedi and the Sith, saw in Keira a kindred spirit, an agent of true change. He extended an offer, a chance to forge a new path, to bring a balance that was neither light nor dark. In our timeline, Keira refused. Bound by her duty and her belief in the Jedi way, she turned him down, setting in motion the events we are all familiar with. But in another universe, in another timeline, the Force flowed differently. On that same moon, under the cold gaze of distant stars, Arcadia made his plea. He spoke of the endless, pointless cycle of war, the dogmatic blindness of the Jedi Council, and the self-serving ambition of the Sith. He painted a vision of a galaxy free from these archaic institutions, a galaxy ruled by a new philosophy of the Force, one that embraced all its aspects. Keira listened. The conflict she felt was immense. She didn't agree with Arcadia's methods, his willingness to embrace the darkness, but his words. His words struck a chord deep within her. The hypocrisy he spoke of was a truth she had long felt, but never dared to voice. She saw the stagnation of the Jedi Order and the destructive nature of the Sith, and in that moment of profound uncertainty, she made a choice. She lowered her blades and accepted his offer. This alliance was not born of passion, but of cold, calculated strategy. Keira and Arcadia, now united in purpose, began to plan. They understood they couldn't challenge the established powers head-on. Not yet. They needed to be patient, to wait for the perfect moment to strike. They watched from the shadows as the Great War between the Galactic Republic and the Sith Empire raged across the cosmos. Planets burned, fleets clashed, and countless lives were lost, all while the two of them gathered their strength, their ideologies merging into a powerful new doctrine. Keira brought the discipline and tactical brilliance of the Jedi, while Arcadia contributed his deep understanding of the Force's forbidden aspects and his network of disillusioned Force users. They were two halves of a whole, a storm gathering just beyond the horizon. The war continued its bloody march. For years, the galaxy bled. The Republic, despite the Jedi's heroic efforts, was losing ground. The Sith war machine was relentless, fueled by an insatiable hunger for power and conquest. Eventually, the inevitable happened. The Sith emerged victorious. Coruscant fell, and the Republic was shattered. But the victory came at a great cost. The Sith Empire was weakened, its resources depleted, its armies exhausted from the prolonged conflict. They were vulnerable, and this was the moment Arcadia and Keira had been waiting for. While the Sith celebrated their conquest and began the slow process of recovery, a new threat was solidifying in the outer systems. Arcadia and Keira had not been idle. They had amassed their own army, a force comprised of mercenaries, forgotten planetary defense forces, Arcadia's elite fallen Jedi. Hear rumors, but nothing more so. They don't follow their leads. With the Sith Empire at its most fragile, Arcadia and Keira launched their assault. It was a blitzkrieg on a galactic scale. Their forces, fresh and motivated by a new and compelling ideology, struck at key Sith strongholds. The Empire, caught completely off guard, reeled from the unexpected attack. This wasn't just a rebellion, it was a revolution. As news of Arcadia's return spread, the fallen Jedi whom Arcadia turned, acting as his elite, joined their master. They rallied to Arcadia's banner, adding their considerable power to his growing army. They swore loyalty to Keira, their crimson lightsabers igniting not for the Sith, but for a new cause. The Sith, who believed they had finally achieved ultimate victory, now found themselves fighting a new war on their own doorstep against an enemy who knew all their weaknesses. The conflict reached its zenith at the heart of the Sith Empire. Arcadia and Keira, leading the charge, cut a path directly to the Empress's throne room. They were an unstoppable force, their combined might a perfect symphony of light and shadow. The Empress, a master of the dark side who had ruled for decades, finally met a challenge she could not overcome. The ensuing duel was legendary, a maelstrom of red, green, and crimson blades. But the Empress, arrogant in her victory over the Jedi, underestimated the synergy between Keira and Arcadia. They were not Jedi, nor were they Sith. They were something new, something more. They overwhelmed her, disarmed her, and ultimately captured her. With the Empress defeated and their leadership in chaos, the Sith Empire crumbled. The fall of the Sith did not lead to the restoration of the old ways. The Republic, now a mere puppet state, was dismantled and reshaped. The Jedi Order, already decimated by the war, and now leaderless, scattered to the farthest corners of the galaxy, going into hiding to escape this new regime. There was no one left to challenge the new order. With their enemies vanquished, Arcadia and Keira stood as the undisputed rulers of the galaxy. They didn't just seize power, they created a new paradigm, their ideal of the Force, one that embraced both its light and dark aspects, became the state ideology. It was a philosophy of balance, of control, not of denial or indulgence. It taught that true power came from understanding and mastering the entire spectrum of the Force. On the throne of the old empire, a new dynasty was born. Keira, the pragmatist, the strategist, took the title of Empress. And Arcadia, the visionary, the revolutionary, became the Emperor. Together, they ruled over a galaxy reshaped in their image, a testament to what can happen when one person makes a different choice on a lonely moon. Thanks for watching, everyone. It's fascinating to think about how one decision can change everything. But what do you think of this timeline? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoy exploring these galactic what-ifs, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. See you in the next one.